Hey guys, it is Erin or Gimme Yarn 418 and I am here with Thank God It's Finished or TGIF, and I will warn you right now, this is going to be a longer video because I have a boatload of stuff to show you. So I'm going to jump right into it. The first thing I'm going to show you, because I have two restless puppies on my lap, is Santa came a little early for me, and I received an Addie king size knitting machine, and I love it. I've so far made 3 projects with it, and later on, after I've spent a little bit more time with it, I will do a review of it. So the first thing I made, let's see if I can find it, was a really poorly constructed hat, but I just grabbed some cheapo yarn and just to try and get the gist of it, and it's like super duper warm because it's doubly thick, and I'll be donating this to the local Veterans Drive. But this was just so I could get the feel of it. There's a lot of drop stitches in it. It's by no means perfect, but it will be great for somebody somewhere. And the next thing, I decided that I wasn't just going to knit a tube on this. I was going to knit a dog sweater. So I knit 2 dog sweaters. It's out of Loops and Threads Charisma. There's a project page up on Ravelry for both of these. The first one I knit is Dewey's sweater. Oh, thank you, buddy. And the second one I knit is Mimer's sweater. Isn't she so cute? Dewey's sweater is in Lakeside, and Mia's is out of Chocolate Cupcake. And let me take off Dewey's and I can tell you a little bit about what I did. I knit a front panel, the belly panel, and I knit the back panel on the Addie with a flat stitch. And I started it on waste yarn so that I would have live stitches on either end. Then I picked up all the stitches around the belly panel and the back panel, and I knit a 2x2 rib. 2x2 rib. After I did that, I picked up the stitches along the bottom edge of both the back panel and the belly panel, and then I picked up along the longer edge of the back panel, and I knit 3 rows in garter. You know, knit 1, purl 1, knit a row, purl a row, knit a row, purl a row, and then I sewed it up for the armholes, and that's it. And I mean, I'm pretty impressed with it. Mwah. There was definitely a learning curve doing the panels, and I've by no means mastered it, but that's okay. So I have a huge list here. Oh, Mia says goodbye. The next thing I have to show you is I'm going to insert a video clip here of some things that have gone into the mail. So I'm going to put that in here. So these are the things that I put in the mail and I don't have to show in the video. The first, I've made this before, is the Mia. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I think the pattern on Ravelry is called the Amigurumi Puppy. But as always, all the patterns are linked in my Ravelry page. And then these are Pay patterns by Planet June. Made a Triceratops. And a Stegosaurus. These are really fun to make. They're actually quite simple. And then I had an order for 14 hats. I had some monster hats. I'll just go through them really quick because you've seen these before. Oh, and there's a hair on that one. That one's my hair. There's those hats. These are the men's monster hats. 1, 2. There's this one. Then I was asked to make 2 obnoxious monster hats, so I came up with this one. they said the more obnoxious the better. And then this one, which, let me try and show you, has 3 different size pom-poms on the top. It's really cute on. And then I made 4 Minion hats, 2 with 2 eyes and 2 with 1 eye. And the other hat I made, this is a pay pattern on Ravelry. Just so I can show you it on. This is the other hat I made. They wanted a frilly adult bow hat. Now this bow is exceptionally large, but I wanted the person to be able to put it on, and if they needed the bow smaller or larger, be able to adjust it, and then I'm going to give them directions on how to heat seal the ends, which I've already done. And if it's the right size for them, it's the right size for them. So that's everything that got put in the mail. So those were received by the recipients and really loved. And I also have one other thing that I don't have with me, and it's out of a bulky yarn. It's made out of Lion Brand Thick and Quick, and Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick. 2 skeins, and it is a pay-for pattern on Ravelry. As always, all my patterns will be linked on Ravelry, and I'm Gimme Yarn 418 on there, but I do link that below. So I'll insert a picture of that here. So it came out really cute, and I wish on the mannequin head there was a way to show exactly how it was supposed to look, but I think I showed it last time too. The bottom comes down over the little girl's shoulders, and then the hood is like a hood, and it's really cute. And the friend I made it for is going to get some pictures of her daughter wearing it, but it's for Christmas, so I won't have that for a while. So the next things I have a huge basket. Yeah. I have some Fingerless Mittens. They are made out of, I'll show one set first. These are made out of Bernat Mosaic. They're the Waiting for Winter mittens. They're pretty easy. They have directions in them for how to modify it to Fingerless Mitts. And I also made the Everyday Guy hat. I don't remember what it's called. It's not up on Ravelry yet, but it will be very shortly. What's it called? The Every Guy beanie? Something along those lines. So these are for our younger niece. And I like how those came out. And the mosaic yarn was an interesting yarn to work with. It wasn't exactly what I expected, but it was a little bit thick and thin, and I didn't really mind it. That color was called Ninja. I don't know what this one's called. Here's a pair for our other niece. Same pattern. Let me see if I have the tag. This one is called Fantasy, and I'm also in the midst, this is one of my whips, but of a hat to go with these mitts for her for Christmas. And those will probably be finished later today, but I didn't want to wait to make the video. Okay, we got that one, we got that one. You know, I've been thinking a lot about trying to transition into more of a podcast feel for my videos, but that just doesn't fit with the way I do things, so I'm okay with that. Oh, I did that too. The next thing, you've all seen this, which you actually just saw in the video clip too, but this is the original Mia, and she sits on our mantle, which you can see our mantle is up there, it's decorated. You can see the open, over my stocking is where Mia sits. So we decided that we didn't want to put her away this year, so Kristen says, well, why not throw a Santa hat on her? So I found a free pattern for a Santa hat, and it doesn't need to stay because she sits on a shelf. Ta-da! It's magic. So that was easy. Easy, easy. The hardest part was this pom-pom thing on the end, which is actually knit. The next thing I'm working on is out of this book, which I think I showed in my last video. I had done the reindeer. And what I'm doing is I'm picking one, and then I'm asking Kristen to pick one, and then I'll pick one. And these are all knit out of Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Sport. This is Snowman. That's the name of it in the book. I think it's number 5. And I also completed Dancing Around the Tree. I love this one. I actually love them all. I think they're a lot of fun. So I finished those 2. And my last finished object is I asked Kristen's mom what she wanted for Christmas, and she said dishcloths. I don't know what it is, but this is supposed to be like the easiest dishcloth pattern in all of knitting. And I have failed at it every single time I have attempted to do it. Here it is in all its lopsided glory. And if this were just for us, I would just keep it, but it's not. I mean, it looks all nice and neat over here. I'm digging that. And then you get to this corner, and it looks like, I don't know. It looks like I handed Dewey the knitting needles and said, here, I don't want to finish this. You do it for me. So I'm not pleased with that. I'll fold it in half so you can see. See how much further over it goes? And it's not square. It's angular on one side. Instead of 90-degree angle, it has like a 110-degree angle. I don't know. So, epic failure, but I'm going to rip it out and I'm going to knit some more. So, I decided, don't even think about it. No barking, Dewey. Come on. I decided to try the Petal Dishcloth, which is a free pattern on Ravelry. It's actually, it links to a website that lists the free pattern. Which is a smaller version of the spiral dishcloth I knit before, that I did after seeing Smell Great Guys, or Funko Boys dishcloth. So, they are still in progress, and my eye is uber itchy all of a sudden. Whew. I have made 3 out of this color, and I'm going to make one more with when I rip out the other one. So I have 3 of those. I have made 1 blue, which I'm going to make 1 more blue one. And I've made 1 green, and I'm going to make 1 more green one. So then there'll be 8. And then I'm also going to make a dishcloth apron that goes on the dish soap, just kind of as a gag gift. Or to like round it out and make it a full gift. So that is all my FOs. And I can put this, I can't lose this or I won't know what I'm doing. And those are just knit out of some cones. I don't know if these are peaches and cream. It's peaches and cream because it's Pisgah yarns and dyeing before they were bought by Karen, I believe. So I guess we'll move right into works in progress. My first work in progress is Christian Socks has gotten no progress. So a work without progress, I suppose, is what it would be called. I'm also working on an ornament, if I can find it, which has the funniest name, which is why I want to share it with you. It's called the Hospitality Room in the Heart, and I'm assuming that this is like a lost... Oh, I'm showing you everything. Goodness. That's really cute, but it's called Hospitality Room in the Heart. And this up here that I'm doing with the highlighter tape is once I knit or am knitting that one I put the tape over it because I'd like to knit one of every single one in the book. I also am working on quilting a quilt for Kristen's parents. My super secret project, neither of those I can show. And last but not least, I showed you the hat already. I'm working on Molly's sweater. I haven't got too much more progress, but now that I have the Addie. So this is the back side for her. I have about 10 more inches to go. Not 10 more. I don't know. Maybe 5 or 6 more inches. Not too much considering it's a bulky yarn. But what I've decided is her chest, I am going to knit the panel on the Addie and then pick up and just knit the ribbing. And I think I'm going to do a full-size panel, like all the stitches. And I think that will fit her chest just perfectly. And considering she's probably going to wear it for all of 10 minutes while we take some pictures, that's more than sufficient. So, oh, I have one other finished object, which I didn't show you. I did finish that yarn that I showed you that was dyeing my hands. And I got something like 85 yards. I have it written down somewhere. But I wanted to show you this. When I soaked this yarn, it bled. It bled so badly. And a lot of the teal spots are almost back to bare. They're just not good. Not good at all. But the yarn is really nice, and it smells good. I used some scented soak with that because I had to soak it in vinegar. I had to soak it like 12 times, and I still think that the color is going to come off on my hands. Not on my hands, when I wash it again. So, what do I have that I am going to be doing next? I'm going to be doing more spinning. As soon as I'm finished with all my Christmas crafting, I'm going to be doing a lot of spinning. I'm really looking forward to that. I want to knit a couple more ornaments, and I hope to continue to knit ornaments throughout the year. And I have three more dishcloths to knit for Kristen's mom. And in the new year, I look forward to getting back into my Ginny's cardigan, and I have a couple other sweaters I'd like to knit, and socks. I really want to make 14 pair of socks this year. We'll see what happens. That's going to be another video. I'm going to give my knitting goals for 2014 in another video. So, stash enhancement, new things, I will show you. I have a couple. If I can find it. The first thing I have is from the Trailing Clouds. And their website is trailingclouds.com, and I got the Mind the Gap sock yarn. It's a BFL sock yarn, so it'll be nice. There's no nylon in this, I guess. Oh yeah, 75% wool, 25% nylon. Okay, so those are going to be for me, I think. And then I won from Friday Studios on Instagram, and I was shocked. This, which is, I'm not very good at showing. It's another self-striping yarn. It's on the Monday base, which is 75% superwash, 25% nylon, polyamide. And it's really pretty. It's another self-striping. I ordered this and then I won this. And they're pretty similar, but I think they're both going to be awesome. Dewey, my leg's falling asleep, buddy. Oh, he's big. He's a big boy. And then Kristen had seen this colorway on Instagram, so I contacted the indie dyer, which is Lollipop Yarn, and asked to do a special order. And the color is Tranquility. I apologize for shaking. I have a dog jumping all over my legs. And hers come in these cute little organza bags. It comes in this cute little box too, which is just a regular shipping box, but you know when you see it that that's what it is when the post office brings it out to you. So here it is. It's 2 shades of gray and a shade of teal. Definitely right up Kristen's alley. And I've had fabulous luck with my lollipop socks. I've knit I think I've knit 2 pairs so far, maybe 3, and they wash really well. They hold up really well. So that's all for yarn stash enhancements, but I also got a couple things from the Woolery in their Black Friday sale. They had this awesome deal where you could get a $50 gift card for $40, and then I turned around it and used that gift card to buy some things. So, the first thing that I got was this bag. I also got an Ashford Nitty Naughty. My friend had lent me this one, which is just a 1-yard Nitty Naughty, which was great. But now that I am spinning a little bit more evenly and consistently and higher yardage, I decided it was time to invest in the bigger one. I purchased 2 more bobbins for my hitchhiker, and I also got this Ashford Lazy Kate. This bobbin I already had, but these 2 are new. Because my wheel does have an onboard Lazy Kate, but it's a little bit fiddly and a little bit difficult to pull the yarn in and keep them separated, pull the singles in. And there's only 2 spots on that Lazy Kate, so I couldn't do a 3-ply. Not that I'm at a place where I can do a 3-ply yet, but as I get better, I know that I will get there, so I got that. The last thing, 2 things I want to talk to you about. I don't have a book review today, but I will have one very soon. And the last thing I want to talk to you about is I have made a commitment to myself. And I'm going to share it with you. And Sarah Hepworth said maybe we should make it a challenge on the TGIF group. So we might do that. This is my commitment. I have committed that until at least April 15th, I will not buy any fabric or any pattern books. I'm not laughing. Root beer. That's only half of my commitment, though. I also made a commitment that until at least July 1st, I will not buy any yarn, and I will not buy any project bags, which project bags I don't think is going to be all that difficult, because I don't know if I even bought any this year. I won one, and I've made a whole bunch, but that's my commitment, which kind of makes me laugh, but that's okay. That's okay. And the last thing I need to do, so if you guys want, I will start some sort of challenge, and I will come up with rules and how we will track it and everything else, and Molly just brought us all a toy. And I'm looking up the group. So I wanted to talk just a teeny tiny bit, touch base about the group. The reason I started the Ravelry group is because with all the changes in YouTube, it's been really hard for me to keep up with comments, and sometimes I can't even respond to people's comments. I don't really enjoy the Google Plus transition that has happened on YouTube. I don't understand the Google Plus transition that has happened on YouTube, and apart from posting my videos and watching videos on there, I find it very difficult to navigate through there. Even posting videos is pretty easy, but even just finding the videos that I want to watch, I find is more difficult. So part of the reason I started the Ravelry group was so that if you had comments about my most recent video or a video from the past, which I will be listing threads as I post videos, you can leave comments there, and then I check there once or twice a day, and I can get back to you. So then I don't miss somebody in the shuffle. I can't even find on YouTube where to send a private message or view my private messages, And I really just don't have the time to sit down and devote hours to YouTube to try and find out what they've changed and how it works. And I would rather be knitting or crocheting or crafting or sewing or spending time with my dogs or, I don't know, sleeping. Who knows? So I check the Ravelry group multiple times during the day. So if you leave a comment there, I'll be sure to see it and I can get back to you. Whereas when you leave a comment on YouTube, it's really hit or miss if, well, I'll see it, but will I be able to write back to you? Because there have been a lot of people on my own videos that they're like, you're not authorized to respond to this person. It's my video, people. But anyway, that's a little rant. So the next thing we have to do is I have a ton of introductions that have been made on the group. So let's see. Who introduced themselves? XKelBell06 introduced herself. Tea and Chocolate. The Yarn Yenta 1. Molander. Olivia B. Anthony Huey. Oh, that's page 2. A lot. I'm going back a page. My dogs just don't like me today. She Spins introduced herself. Dump for Stump introduced himself. Fernanda M. Cat Crazy Creations. RTN 1946. Mix Plate Knits, which is Mix PL, the number 8 knits, which is really cute. Sargus. I never know how to say your name, and you've been in other challenges, so it's Sargous. Haley's Crochet. Katie's Mom of 3. Katie Mom of 3, and also... Oh, Crochet Forever introduced herself, and Aunt Addie's Crochet. So it's so cool to see people coming over there and introducing themselves and letting us know a little bit about you, and I really appreciate it, and it's a lot of fun. So keep on doing that, and I hope everybody has an awesome holidays. Whether you're celebrating Christmas or not, here we do celebrate Christmas, apparently. My dogs. I might have to make an outtakes video just from this video. I hope you have a great Christmas or Wednesday, whatever the case may be. And thanks so much for watching, and until I see you next time, bye.